Because it comes from China. Let me tell you what, man. President Trump is pure comedic gold, right? He has the best responses to so many things. Now, I am in no way Trump's number one fan. I know he's said a lot of things that he shouldn't have. He's probably done a lot of things that he shouldn't have. But tell you what, he knows how to handle a situation, and you got to give props. You got to give props to that. You got to give props to the fact that this man can handle himself. Now, President Trump, since the beginning of his presidency, never before that, but since the beginning of his presidency, he's been relentlessly attacked by the media, labeled as a racist, right? We know that. Everybody's called him a racist so many it's just like, it's like, okay, move on to the next thing here. Like, you can't come up with anything else. Oh, impeachment? Okay. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Back to race. Oh, Russian collusion? That didn't work. Let's go back to racist. Like, they have nothing else to pin on President Trump, so it's like default. Let's go back and call him a racist, slander him, Anyways, so recently in a press conference in the White House, President Trump was giving an update on the coronavirus, and he opened the floor to questions from reporters. And he called on a certain reporter, and she asked him, basically, don't you think that calling this the Chinese coronavirus is racist? And here is President Trump's response.
Why do you keep calling this the Chinese virus? There are reports of dozens of incidents of bias against Chinese Americans in this country. Your own aide, Secretary Azar, says he does not use this term. He says ethnicity does not cause the virus. Why do you keep using this? A lot of people say it's racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China. That's why. Comes from China. I want to be accurate.
Yeah,
please, John. Please.
Are you comfortable with this term?
I have great love for all of the people from our country, but as you know, China tried to say at one point, maybe they stopped now, that it was caused by American soldiers. That can't happen. It's not going to happen. Not as long as I'm president. It comes from China.
Because it comes from China. Oh my gosh. Dude, that is the funniest thing. I don't know what's so funny. I don't know if it's the way he says it or the fact that it was a stupid question and it's a brilliant answer. Like, that was so funny. Like I said, pure comedic gold. Mwah. Now, President Trump, as we know, is obviously not a racist. And what's so funny about this whole interaction and that all of a sudden the media is calling President Trump a racist again is because
the Wuhan coronavirus.
The Wuhan coronavirus in China.
The Wuhan coronavirus.
The Wuhan coronavirus.
The Wuhan coronavirus.
That's not the
Chinese coronavirus that they've been
that's
calling
not
the first U.S. case of Chinese coronavirus.
The Chinese coronavirus.
This is coming as the Chinese coronavirus.
China's coronavirus outbreak. China's coronavirus.
What was that? Oh. 2 weeks ago, reporters were calling this the Wuhan Chinese virus, right? Either the Wuhan virus or the Wuhan Chinese virus. Every network, all news anchors, everybody was saying this, right? Because, surprise, surprise, the virus comes from China. Now, the Chinese were trying to say, like President Trump explained in the interview, not the interview, the news press, he said, well, it came from China, first of all, and second of all, they were trying to pin it on the Americans, saying the Americans started this virus. Let me tell you what, okay? What viruses have we ever started? We don't have 10-acre food plots with ferrets and squirrels and rats and bats, and we're not eating those things. That's where a lot of it comes from. Now look, this is not racist. These are just facts. This is truth. There's places like that in China where all these different species of animals are just, raw meat laying out on the streets. Anyways, I digress. Did you already forget? Did you already forget that 2 weeks ago, y'all were calling it the Chinese Wuhan virus? No, you didn't forget. You're just doing anything you can to target President Trump. And, what about the Spanish flu? Are we going to go back and we're going to rename that something else? Huh? Are we going to rename the Spanish flu? That's what we do with things. We label them from where they originate. We're not being racist, right? Not a single person I know is skeptical of Asian Americans now because of this virus. That's just ridiculous, right? I don't walk down the street and see a gentleman that looks like he's Chinese or, any kind of other thing, and I don't think in my head immediately, I wonder how long it's been since he's been to China. He might be a carrier. No, that's not a thing. That doesn't happen. Now, some of my favorite... So I got 2 favorite names now, right? The Kung Flu. That's right. You don't want to get hit with that Kung Flu, man. That's some serious stuff, bruh. And the other thing is the Chinese coronavirus, which is, it's from China. But this just goes to show that the left will take any opportunity that they can get to slander and defame and call President Trump a racist. There's been so many attacks on the president, right? Unprecedented attacks on this president, President Trump. And nothing has stuck. Not a single thing. Not the witch hunt, not the Russian collusion, not the impeachment trial. Nothing has stuck. Now, has the president made mistakes before? Heck yes. He said a lot of things he definitely shouldn't have had said, and we have heard a lot of those things even before he was elected, right? Because honestly, it's, some people say it's a cop-out, but nobody's perfect. Look, nobody is perfect. Everybody has something wrong with them. Any presidential candidate that we can find, or any of them today, there's something wrong with what they've said or what they've done. But the thing about, being an American is we look past that and we try to be better. Now, some people call President Trump a bully. Some people call him, ridiculous. And he is ridiculous sometimes, I'll give you that. But I think he's the right man for the job right now. And look at the attacks that he's been... Can you imagine any other Republican candidate taking these kinds of attacks and how they would react? They would crumble, they would fall to pieces. But President Trump somehow has remained collected and calm. And we need a person like him right now to handle all these crazies. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Tell me, Connor, is that racist to call it the Chinese virus? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys next time. Those are my thoughts exactly. See ya. I mean, they're crazy.